Yeah, apologies once again. Welcome back, everyone. Oh my God. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for your patience. So I'll go back to bringing in my system. So I'll pretty much start again so that we can have a flowing recording. It's a very critical session. I want to ensure that it's documented well enough. Okay. All right. Okay, so we are back. So I'll take it all over again. So I started by discussing the fact that every business needs to make some general assumptions. And critical assumptions that we make are items that we cannot do without. So we assume that, for example, we pay tax. So tax rates are captured here. We will need at some point or the other to get either short-term or long-term loans into the business. The short-term loans are captured with the current interest rates, and then the long-term loans are captured because we're going to repay back interest rates over a long period of time. I also mentioned that we have captured payroll expenses here because every organization would assume that they will recruit people to help in managing the business or in running the business, as it were, both ways, manage and run. And then I said that you can include other assumptions. That's why number 7, number 8 is free and is also blue. And I also said that for this sheet, for this particular Excel sheet, we need to have, you need to ignore anything in black. Everything in black is automated, is calculated. But anything in blue, you can edit. So all the figures in blue all the way, you can edit. I also mentioned that this sheet covers from 2025 to 2029. So technically, it gives you a projection of 4 years. So 2026, 27, 28, 29, and then there's 2025. Another thing I need to mention now, in addition to what I've said, is the fact that this sheet captures operational activities and financial activities from January, February, so monthly, all the way to the end of December 2025. And then we have 2025 figures here. Then it goes on to calculate as well the second year, starting from January 2026 to December 2026, and it gives you a cumulative. Now, why do we have 2026 here, which you will ask questions? So let me just answer straight away. If you are writing, if you are going to be imputing data for the second year, then it will accumulate into this, the first 2026 under AC. So you will hide, what we will then do is to hide AD, we will hide it because we don't need it. So, but if we decide that, you know what, we don't need to answer to the monthly input for 2026, and the entire 20, in fact, we will hide from, we're going to hide, sorry. That's not what I didn't want to. So we're going to hide, so just to pick from, I think, all of Q, all the way. Oh no. I don't want systems acting up today. This is insane. I want my peace. So all of Q shift, and I copy all the way to that first 2026 AC, and I hide it. It's advisable you don't delete anything, just hide. Unless you are working on, so you hide. So most often than not, this is what we will have. We will hide the monthly for the whole of 2026, except if in your particular business case, we think that you should actually capture monthly for the whole of 2026. Then all you need to do is to click around here and say or hide. So when I click on hide, it's supposed to release all the other lines. I don't know why it's slow. Oh, no. Okay. Maybe I had two rows of problems that I was dealing with. So I've hidden it again, and it's back to where it was. Hope we understand. When you have zigzag like this, it's just to increase the length of the width or the length, depending on where you are having the issues, so that it can clear off and give you the figures. So that's what it is here. The next one is financials. If you have any questions on this first one, can you ask now? Do you have any questions? So if you have your laptop or your system, please, how much interest rates do Nigerians charge for short-term loans? Can anybody answer me?
I think rates are usually monthly. Most of the time for short-term loans, they're usually monthly, and I think from 5 to 10% monthly. I mean, some people go higher than that, but I think on an average, maybe 10% monthly.
So we'll do 10. I think here on average is 10. You see that it has changed the entirety to 10. So all you need to do is just from the January changes. Tax rate is what? How much are we paying for tax right now? How much are we paying for tax right now? And then long-term interest. Long-term interest is in what range? Hello, I'll call names. Where are my people? Abisola, Adeshile, Damilola, May Fabulous.
Yes, good
Where's
afternoon,
the
ma'am.
person I want to call?
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
Yeah, good
afternoon, ma'am.
afternoon.
I only know
Yes,
of
so please.
VAT, value added tax, which is 7.5. I'm not really sure what
No, VAT is not going to be taken in here. We'll take VAT in another part under your cash flow. We'll capture VAT there. So what is the rate? Has anyone collected long-term interest
Long
rates?
term, if it's government, I think even though they say 9, it runs to about charges and all sometimes.
Is that BOI loans?
Yes, BOI or any government institution loan. But the commercial banks, I think it's almost about 30.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Okay.
is
So
oftentimes overly 30, around 36%. That's what they
wow.
charge. Between 36 and 40 something, but most of them charges 36%.
Wow. That's a lot. This should actually cumulate to so 36%. So we go in here and okay, so it's already 35 here, right? It's 120. There will be an adjustment here depending on individuals. So when I see it, I ask you a couple of questions and then I can decide how to help you feel it properly for the sake of the individual businesses. So I'm sure we all understand these assumption sheets right now. Right?
Quick question, ma.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned
Go
that we are
ahead.
not filling tax in here. Oh, does this
No, I
corporate
said
tax?
if you have tabs, you can use your tabs, but phone, normally, I don't know. You really need to do a lot of work to use your phone.
I was talking of the row number 6, tax rate.
Tax, okay. Oh, okay, tax rate, right.
So will that refer to tax since we are
Yeah,
not putting VAT in here?
yeah. Your corporate
Okay.
tax that will be paid at the end of the year. VAT is based on sales.
Sales,
Yeah, so it's being captured. Let me go there and show you so that you know that it's there. So I just head into cash flow right now. And everybody see,
yes, ma.
right? You see sales tax on number 12 under additional cash receipt.
Yes.
%, right? Of your sales that we've calculated. Then you go down, you will see where we are now spending it because you have to then, so go up here, how much of that are you supposed to pay out? You will know under additional cash spent. This is your cash flow, right? So, and that takes you all the way to the number of years. It's still the same sheet, but this is a cash flow sheet. Do you understand now?
Yes, ma. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so it's captured here because is directly on your sales. As the sale is coming, VAT is supposed to be collected and withheld on behalf of government. Then you go on into the tax you pay as an organization, which is company income tax at the end of the year. The company income tax is what we make assumptions for immediately, because it's not everybody that is VATable, for want of use of words.
Sorry,
So
ma,
we're
which
back
page
to
are we under financials, ma? Sorry. 'Cause I can't see it.
we're under, no, I went straight to cash flow to explain something. Do you understand, ma?
Yes,
Please,
ma.
I need you to understand. That's why I'm going to spend this number of hours explaining this Excel sheet, explaining it, ensuring that at least you get 80%, and then you can do it by yourself. So this is your cash flows, pro forma cash flow. So I don't want to dwell on it. She asked why we didn't capture. I said VAT is captured under your cash flow. So I came to cash flow sheet to explain where it's captured, both when it is received and when it is meant to be paid out. Do you understand? Damilola, your hand is up. Go ahead.
Okay. Please, ma, can you go to the first transaction in 2026, AD and AC? That's where my question is.
D and AC.
AD and AC, the parts you said 2026 AD and 2026 AC. You said that if we do not want to show all the months from January to December, you can just hide from January up to AC and just show 2026 AD. Well, I
Yes.
do not. Is January to December everything? Is it equal to this AD? Like the calculation, is it equal? Because I'm seeing that there are changes in the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
So that's my question, ma'am.
So, yeah. So I'm saying that if you don't want to capture 2 years of monthly activities on your financials, you can simply just highlight it like I'm highlighting. You don't want to have months of 2020, December, January, February, March. You hide it. And then you impute what you want to impute for 2026 straight away. You don't want to show monthly.
Okay, now I get. I understand.
Because in some cases, yeah, why it's like that? In some cases, we need to see the projection of the business for 2 years. Any reasonable guess on whether this business is sustainable or not. You get. So we don't want to so for example, if you are a startup or you are a very early stage small business, it's advisable you run your projections 2 years, month by month. I'll give you a good example. So if you are starting your production in 2025, or you just started this business 20, you now, if you did not do 2 years of financials in 2024, when you come to 2025, you see that the amount of investments you will require to run that business in 2024 would have increased as against what you require in 2025. That's my experience. Why is it like that? In 2024, you are starting lean. So rather, if you need 10 employees, two employees, we'll shoot ourselves in the foot. So we will normally say, okay, let's look at your projections for 2 years. So the first year of operation and the second year will be a stabilizing year. Gives us an idea. So it's good from the aspect of the months within that year, rather than just having a projection from 2025 into 2026. Do we understand, ma'am?
I understand, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, thank you. Please, if you don't understand, there's nothing wrong, let me know. Yeah, sorry, Chikaudi, so sorry. Yeah, I'm sure you pick up something, we've not gone far. All right, whose hand is up again? Okay, that hand is down.
No, my hand is up.
Oh, okay, Joma, go ahead.
Yeah. Please, like a business that is just starting, you've not even done anything, just a business name that is registered, the business idea. How do we, those things are sounding strange to me, ma.
Business, whether it's starting inside our stomach tomorrow, we're just giving birth to it tomorrow. Let's assume all of this. We assume it. It will be inconsequential. Sorry?
Okay, we just believe that all these things are.
Go on, are going to do what?
We just believe that these things must come up, even though we have not seen them.
Yes. You know, if you do not make provisions for them, when you should, you will not remember to. And you will not know whether this business is running or not. A business that cannot pay its taxes in year 3, we should look at it again like doing something right. Let's go back to our business model. 1 or 2 people, I made a comment on your business model. I said you need to increase your road to revenue, for example. If you plug in all of this cost and you are not making money, then there's a problem with the business model. So you need to go back to say, how am I making money? Am I leaving money on the table? Should I pivot? Should I add other things? Should I tweak this? Because even if government doesn't take it, you have money to plow back, and then it is seen as a well-run business because you can show your trajectory of how these costs are paid for. Thankfully, if you do not charge, if you do not get any loan, it will return 0 in the Excel sheet, even if you have 10, 10, 10 here. The Excel is plugged to show you that, yeah, you didn't take any loan. How do I know the loans I'm taking? You will go back to your cash flow statement. Cash flow statement here, can everybody see? Here, additional cash received. You will see new long-term liabilities. That is row 15, number 15. That's what it will be computing on in terms of that your tax. If you collect new interest, you'll see that there's number 14 is interest free if you get a liability but you are not supposed to pay interest, like maybe a grant. So these are monies that are coming in. And then there is under it additional cash spent under long-term 33, long-term liabilities principal repayment. You have to repay the principal, but cash flow, the assumption from page 1, sheet 1 has assumed your interest rate on this particular long-term repayment that you have to make. I hope I'm not confusing anybody.
No, ma'am.
No,
okay.
ma'am.
Any other questions? Any other questions? At least for now, there will be a lot of questions. So if you have any question, write it down. Wednesday, I'm open to office hours so we can ask all your questions if we can't take them today. Showcase. Now, the next sheet is the financial sheet. Now, this one is a standalone sheet for a business that is starting, that don't want all the wahala of the comprehensive cash flow, balance sheet, like that. It just wants a one-pager financial analysis. One of us asked that question yesterday, on Monday, and I said yes. So this particular sheet computes everything on one sheet. But it's for a basic small business. So if you want something fast and quick, just take February, March to October 2025, and then it goes to 2026. You make your projections and you are done. So this is there as well. This is an option. But for this session that we're having, we're not going to do it. Just in case we have a business that is what is ideal for them. All of the businesses in the DIRA, what is ideal for them is a comprehensive version. The next page is calculating your break-even point on this Excel worksheet.
Yes, ma'am, I can't see your screen.
In just a moment. Oh no, the network is really bad. I have to be admitted back. I want to see my screen.
No, ma.
He's coming. All right.
Yes, we can.
So this orange guy, yeah. So this orange guy is our it's our assumption break-even analysis page. Here it is advisable you don't just touch anything. Everything here is computed. You can tweak it if you have your results as that. Inside of it, it has computation on its own. So just I would advise. That's why I say some are not editable. They have you can edit or choose not to edit. All right. So this computes the break-even point for the business. What does break-even point do? It allows you to understand that you need to sell monthly units that you need to sell for you to break even as an organization, and monthly revenue you need to make to break even as an organization. So you find that under number 3 and 4. These assumptions is based on the fact that there's the average per unit revenue you make, and there's average per unit variable cost, average per unit percentage variable cost, and then estimated monthly fixed cost. So this one captures your cost So if we're talking about business models, your cost analysis is so important for you to be able to break even. Your variable cost is the one that is variable. So it can be 10 naira today, it can be 20 naira of the cost tomorrow. But your fixed costs are the ones that are fixed. I pay this certain amount every month. It's fixed. So if you want to know if your business has broken even, you will see that this particular company wasn't making that much money. They broke even when they sold 1,020 units. You can see that's when they became profitable. From losing 6 million, 5 million, that's why it's in brackets, that's negative. And then they go to this number 19, and then they now break even. That's when they have sold enough to ensure that they are now in profitability mode. So this is what break-even analysis does for you. This is to be one of the most difficult to compute for small businesses, but I'm sure that with this, it's easier for you to assimilate. You don't have to do anything. When you plug in your details nicely on this sheet, this particular sheet automatically uploads. You do not have to do anything on this sheet. Then we go to markets. When we ask
You say
you,
apologies, ma.
sorry?
You said when we key in our details into which sheet, that it will give us this ones on the...
When you key in your sales forecast, your personnel,
Okay.
your P&L,
Okay.
startup,
Okay.
yeah, it will compute on its own. So let me give you an example. I'm on sheet 14 on your Excel now, 170, where I'll go to the sheet for sales. You see that it picks average per unit revenue, right? And where is it coming from? If PS, I think, is personnel or something, underscore sales by unit is false. So it's coming from the sales forecast here. So if we do the good job of our sales forecast, and let's go back, and it picks fixed cost, the sheet for fixed cost is somewhere under where we have fixed cost inside of our P&L. So it goes from sales, these are costs. I've moved on. Yeah, okay, it has moved now. These are our expenses and all your payroll and all your cost item. When we fit in properly, it gives us the break even. It's all interwoven together, so you don't have to edit that several times. Does that answer your question, ma'am?
Yes, ma. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you. Okay, so we go to your market. Here we want to do a quick cumulative, cumulative average growth rates for your business. How would your over a 5-year period CAGR? I'm sure a lot of us have an understanding of what that looks like. So that's
Cumulative
what.
average growth rate.
Yes. A lot of the time they speak grammar around it, and so many people don't understand it. It's just cumulative average growth rate. What percentage, at what percentage would you be over a period of time based on certain assumptions? So if you are going to sell 40 products in year 1, in year 2, 60, and it goes on and you are going to grow at the rate of 50%. Then it's saying that your average growth rate is 50 or 50.14 over a period, over that period. That's all this thing is computing. I hope there's no error in this. Okay, no error. So maybe growth rate is 10 here. It can be different here, maybe 5. Maybe it can be 7 here. Maybe it can be 20 here. And maybe it can be 54 here. So the average cumulative growth rate of the business will be 29.61% over a 5-year period, based on these assumptions. So this is for a school. So your own potential customers will be different from what we have here. But the units will also be peculiar to each organization. Is this page clear? Do we understand it?
Yes, ma.
Okay. So I'll go to sales forecast and then explain. I'll end it at personnel so that we can fill this market, sales, and personnel before we go to P&L. All right. So this is sales forecast. Again, this page explains what you will do from January to December in terms of the number of unit sales. How much of the preschool students would you have in January, February, March, April? How much of your products, let's say fluffy bread, fluffy yellow. Maybe you have a variant called fluffy yellow. How many do you want to sell in a month? 120. And then you have different types of items that you sell. So by the way, you can increase this and just remember, it is only the black ones that the blue ones that you actually should be touching. Don't touch anyone that is black. So by the way, on this particular sheet, there's an error here. On the slide, on the sheet, on the column 42, 43, 44, 45 is supposed to be black because this is a computed sheet. So please, I think we had that same error and I didn't correct it for cohort 1. So it's supposed to be black. If you do anything here, it's going to affect.
Sorry, ma, 45?
Yes, from 41 to 47 is supposed to be black.
Okay, so can we like do a black column there? Is it possible, as in black painting?
Yeah, so you just blacken it. That's what I'm doing now.
Okay.
Yeah, blacken mine so that I don't have to. Okay. So on this, I would like everyone to look at this slide. Write out on the from 18, 19, 20, 23. You can remove everything there and put your own business. the items, how you make money, your units, items or products that you sell.
Ma, please, I have a question. So for my type of business, right? Does this actually concern me? I'm not doing buying and selling.
What
It's
are you
just a
doing?
subscription-based model.
There people are paying
for. It's a hospitality software.
What's your product called?
Sorry?
What's the product called?
Root round.
Root round, I mean.
Yes, ma.
Okay, root round. I've looked at your business model. So you do this. So when you give out invoices to your customers, right?
So I just started the whole I'm still at the MVP phase. I've not been charging customers yet. That's so.
I know.
5,000 per month.
For what?
For a start.
What are they paying for? To access the app?
Yes, to access the platform.
You know, your model is like DIRA model. I said the model is like DIRA model, so it's subscription.
Okay.
So who are those that are going to, so who are those that are going to pay this subscription? The first set of people, are they hotel?
Just
hotels are paying you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
By who? Okay, so how many customers do you intend to have every month? You start with, go ahead.
At least 80 customers, because I'll be running both Lagos and other places.
Is this the only way you make money?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm going to hide this for the sake of this.
Okay.
So this is what yours will look like.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking at 80 per, I think this is very tiny. So let me please. Right, so everybody can see. So 80.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
this 80 is the same you are projecting every month for the next 1 year, right? So
yes,
you
ma'am.
have not started. So we will assume that January to, where are we now? This is August, maybe into September, is 0. Please, if you are lost, don't feel like. All the way to September. Can you see it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Please, everybody should pay attention because it applies to everybody. So it's 0. In September, we will not start doing it. So I'll go to September on my sheet. You see why your own company will require something like this for the second year sheet to take effect. So we'll need that second year in your own case, 80.
Okay, ma'am.
Are you I think everybody will need the second year because we're already halfway into 2026 anyways. And so this is right. So what this is showing is if you start onboarding 80 customers from September, at the end of 2025, you would have onboarded themselves or have 320 paying separate. And they are going to be paying you. Okay, so we are going to hide this one too. But we don't need that detail for now. So they are going to be paying unit sale, sure you get it, and this is
Yes,
unit price. They are paying 5,000 naira.
yes, ma'am, per month.
How much are they paying per month?
5,000 naira per month.
Per month. So that means that I should be having 0 there. I think it has captured 1 month that is not supposed to capture. Okay, let me see. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, 27 divided by E25. Okay, so that this model has been changed a bit. So I'm going to change this into, I'm going to edit this one. So it's how does it divide? So this model has a bit of challenge right now. So we have 0. This is supposed to be A plus this multiplied by. So it has given me, it has gone back to what it should be. So I'll get 0 up until September. Okay, so I'm having some errors. So let me see what the challenge is. So up here, starting from here,
September.
it's supposed to automate itself. Yeah. So I'm going to remove this one. Why is that total sales? It's not supposed to be. Okay, so there's an error on this sheet. You guys will allow me to send you another sheet because this sheet has a bit of error. Well, let me correct it here. So
Okay.
there's an error on this sheet. So there's 0, yeah, and it's supposed to be this is equal to this multiplied by this. I should get 0.
Yes.
That should be what I should have as a field at Crossroad. So it's still not giving me what I want. So this is equals to this multiplied by the 5,000. Okay. Giving me some crazy, very crazy, very crazy result. Okay. So let me undo this. Let me see if I picked something mistakenly.
Okay.
When I try to clean it up. So I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, back. Okay. Yeah, app subscription. It's supposed to give me. Let's see, it's yeah. The unit price is okay. Let's see where the did something wrong there. Okay. So this is supposed to be 0. And okay, I see that it's still picking. Okay, I now see where I made it. So when I cleaned off it, I hid it. I didn't clean off because I wanted to use the sheet again.
Okay.
I didn't clean off. Okay, so I'm back. Sales forecast. Okay, because it's a sheet that is very sensitive. So you do anything wrong, gives you some serious. So I'm going to clean off again. But this time around, I won't hide. I will just leave it as
okay.
app subscription. Hotel. Right? Then I'm going to, yeah, so this has to be, all this has to go. That's where the error is coming. 0. Okay. So that's okay. 0. 0 down. Down. So be learning how to use Excel here.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't know how to use Excel, learn it. So there's a free class ongoing right now on this session. So it's you right, all 0. Right? Okay, so I've cleaned it up. Just this is specifically because we have people who are here that don't have product. So I'm converting it to a non-product Excel sheet so that you can use it. So when I'm done with this, I'll save it, download it, and then send it, drop it again so that people that have products and not that have products and not that has services and not products. Yeah. So recall that this was supposed to be 0 for the So we're going to fill this 0, stay with me, up until August.
August.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So up until August, okay. So from September, we say there are 80 of them, right?
Yes,
Good. So if notice, yeah, so and on the unit price, I'm going to do 0, 0, 0. That's it. So on the unit price, it's going to give me 5,000 here. Right. Still capturing something. This to be okay, so it's the back.
it's capturing something from the unit sales and then the 5,000 and something from the unit sales. The total unit sales.
Yeah. Yeah. These are now. So hold on, please. My system is going gaga again, the network. So
Okay.
while I'm updating, I'll just. So the idea is what I'm trying to do is to you can actually capture your projections and have it for use or for any investor that may ask, okay, especially those who want to see the Naira and Kobo, what you're talking about. So we'll get into September. I should just still don't have it. So let me do this manually. I'll sit and see why this Excel is behaving this way. We have that. Please, Faith, can you help me call up DIRA Cohort 1, the Excel that we used? Are we still using the same one? I don't know why I'm having challenges with this one. Please let me call up the one. Supposed to be the same Excel. So this calls to multiplied. Don't come and give me stress here. Yeah, and then So this Excel wants us to manualize this matter. The Excel is called. So I have to do some things manually. Okay, thank you. Help me edit it so that I can resend it. I'll check it and see if it's not corrected. Sorry, please, I'm having to drop another Excel spread. I think this one I sent is sort of correct. Okay. So I've updated that. Again, I'm off, sorry. I will come back again. I think the network is rather crazy today. Thankfully, I'm using 2 devices. If not, I would have been going in and out. Okay, so you see what I mean by, so it captures that part is the only one that is messed up in its entirety. Are you assuming that the subscription in 2026, or you want to?
I can hardly hear you, ma.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, network is really bad. So what I'm saying is, your projections for subscription, for how long would you maintain 80 subscription for hotels?
Up to December.
Up to December 2025, right?
5, yes, ma'am.
Okay, from 2025, from 2026, how many are you envisaging? What's the project? You may not be able to answer that until we answer this market, potential customers. You get it? Now, the beauty of this particular one is that you can plug in your DIRA Cohort. But this one market helps you determine how many customers are you chasing. Okay. So in your own case, app subscription, let me just copy so I don't have to type. App subscription. This particular Excel has maybe my system updated something. I don't understand. I'm having to manualize my name, and that is what I don't know. Okay, that was supposed to be easy, but it wasn't actually. So in at 80, in year 2,
Yes,
how many companies are you looking at?
I'm looking at 200 in year 2, because that should be the period I'll be expanding to 200.
200. How many are you looking at here? So if it grows at, so let's say, for example, so I made an error here, which I shouldn't have. So, which is an error some of us may make. So if it grows at 10%, that means you get 88.
88.
And if it's growing, so what's your how so if you go to 200, that means you're looking at a bit of 150. So you may come here and add what it is. That's why this sheet is blue and black at the same time. So maybe you do 200.
Okay.
And then you are growing that 200 at 10% rate, or maybe at 20%.
Okay.
So we will ignore year one, because year one is your formative year, but you are growing from year two at 20%. So that gives you 2040, 2038, 336. So your cumulative growth rate for you will be 44.2% in 5
Okay.
years. So that's why this is it. So when you know that you are targeting 200 in year two, so that means that we're looking at 200 customers, 200 paying customers every month, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Paying subscription every month, yeah. So this one will be 200 from our 80. So we'll get 200. And it goes all the way to December of 2026. So in your own case, it would have been 200 repeat customers.
Yes.
Right? So
Yes,
you would
ma'am.
have turned around that 2,400 times. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
They would have paid you. So if you retain 200 hotels, they pay you subscription every month. Yes. So it's a transaction-based and value-based analysis here. So they would have turned around 2,400 times, paying you 5,000 naira monthly. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that's what this does. Now, these are projections, and it allows you, it gives you the opportunity to actually then know how much you are making. Now, so this is, so is your subscription going to change in 2020?
In 2026.
We say we're going at what rate was that in 20% interest. So we're doing a 20% interest. And it goes all and on into so I'm going to have to put the 5,000 again. Is it written percentages for me? This percentage too. Okay. Let's go back to our source. So this is going to be multiplied by I want to put it at 5,000 there. 5,000. So are you growing it at about it's supposed to grow, it's not capturing that. So I don't know if it should unit sales. I'm already having a negative value somewhere there. This is wrong, that's why. Okay. So that's supposed to be 200. So just multiply by Q26, Q18. It's in this. Okay. Okay. I need to check this Excel. But so it's supposed to now give you an idea of what your financials is supposed to look like in 2027. This isn't still correct. So I want to use, I would like to go off and then come back with an Excel that's correct so that we don't have to. So I'll shut down. Let me use another one that you sent in just a minute. Just a moment, I just got another Excel to see we just use that. Yeah. I suspect. So this is another one. So I'm going to share. Okay. So I've changed the sheet that we're using. So I think there's a lot of editing on the other one that I have. So it's a bit confusing. Right now, I'm not helping my gospel right now. So I'm back to the market, right? So this slide is okay. This is another company, and then I'm back to that my sales forecast. So for sales forecast, you see that so we're going to paste what we had before. App subscription hotel so that I can move fast. Spend so much time here. So we're going to remove all of this. I'm coming back to this Excel later. Let me just use this particular cleaner sheet. So we're looking at 0 all the way to September. So this is more coordinated Excel sheet. So I've been done in a bit. Just update to where we are. And then from here we have 80. And we should tune into okay. So then you come to here, it's 200, right? That was
100.
Yeah. Sorry?
Yes, I said 200, yes.
Yeah. So that was into, yeah. So the figures are clear. And what we have as thing that I wanted it to do is just doing it. So this is 5,000. Yeah. Supposed to just no stress so that the women don't have issues with this.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So you see that it has just computed that. So
Yes, ma'am.
that's unit sales for your app subscription
Yes.
in more men's wear. delete. So for the sake of this, we update that later. So you find out that your subscription is that. So for your, I hope everybody's listening because this makes for everyone. So how much of your sales is your cost? In this case, it's 70. What's your own? That means it costs you 3,500 to provide the service for 5,000. Your own cost is what? Do you know?
1.5. I don't know.
You need to know. You need to seriously know. Like everybody must know their direct unit cost.
Okay.
I'll get to, when I'm done with this now, I'll explain to you how you need to know what your direct unit cost will look like. But we'll go back to P&L to do that. So your unit cost, let's say, is about maybe, you said 1.5, so maybe 60. Does that bring me to 1.5? No, maybe 40. So let's say it's 2,000. So it brings you, so at the end of the day, this is what your 1 year looks like. And then maybe here too is 40. Yeah, it has picked that. That's why it's good to be automated. 5,000, is it still 5,000 naira per unit cost? Yeah, it should be for some time, for 2 years, right?
The 5,000?
Yes, it will be for some time. You're not supposed to change it or tweak it. Or do you plan to increase it? Maybe in your 3rd year.
So I plan maybe when the full product is in the market or something, then.
That will be 20. This is
Yes.
a client's report. Yeah, so I would update it for you and then send it back. But this is more cleaner than what we have. So therefore, yeah. So when you are doing your analysis, it gives you an idea. So this is increasing by 40% every year. And then 30% in year 3 and 20% in year 5. Did you know where I got that? From inside of this Excel, it's pre-conditioned already, and you can change it. So when we are talking, we'll look at it when you're building. So for every 1 year, so your subscription, you now have an idea of what it costs, how much. You can build your personnel straight away to who you will recruit. There's a basic one. You don't have to fill the people that you work with all the way from year 1, year 2, monthly, this is monthly, all the way to 2026 and then into the next 5 years. Very important. And that way it goes into your P&L as well. We're going to bring in how much it costs. So from your market sales forecast here, what you forecast here is what will become your P&L on how you then make money. So you see that excluding your payroll, direct your sales will be 0 because we're not making money, but it's now not 0 to September. You notice why? Because from our sales here, this sales here, we set 0 to September. So it will be taking that into consideration all the way into the next year, and it will plug you your P&L for 5 years. Everybody's administrative general is going to change. So it's this is what it is here. Have the years aligned on the sheet and then send it back to us. But what I want everybody to be able to do right now before we go on break in the next 10 minutes, so we'll do that update and we'll come back, is please go to your market analysis and tell us from 2020 2025 to 2025, how many customers do you want per your number of customers? So in this case, for example, they are looking at it based on young professionals age between this. We are targeting this. In the previous Excel I was using, you notice that it was just 3. In the example we've used, it was just 1. What it means is, how do you make money? Your revenue. Highlight each one of it, how you will make money from it. Product 1, product 2, product 3. How many customers am I looking for in year 1, year 2, inside of this? So this is the beginning of where we actually plug in real data for this financial Excel that we're working on today. Do we have any questions? And then root round, do you understand how to analyze projections for the even when you just have an MVP?
Yes, ma'am, I understand now.
Yeah. So the idea is we tell our startups every time that, you know what? Now, by the way, here you see what is called startup funding. For you that is a startup, you will then need to fill this place. And that doesn't mean every one of us will not fill this. But just to emphasize that this Excel sheet works both ways. Whether you are a startup or not, you are running a business. It's just the generic and trying to, segmenting who we are talking to. That's why we have startups, small business, SMEs. We even call small businesses So we need to, so you see the startup funding here. This shows you how your funding is going to come. Some people, they're going to get it as liabilities and liabilities. Some are going to get it as capital investors. Please mute yourself. And then for those of us, like I was trying to answer on Monday, this is the page for past performance. If you have been running your business and you already have audited reports, fill your first 3 years here. So we know that we are projecting 20, for the sake of this Excel, we are projecting 2025, 26, 27, 28, 29. Provision for past performance, that would be 25, that's 2022, 23, 24. So here you can have 2022, 2022, 2023, 2024 is what you will have here. By the time we update this Excel, give me some time, I'll update it with the, because what you're supposed to have here is 2022, 2023, 2024. So you will have that updated here, and it will be cash flow and your P&L. Then we have what we call cash flow analysis, where all your cash flow, where I talked about the facts and all of that, money going in and money coming back. And then we will have sources and uses of funds. Sometimes we don't need it. Sometimes investors may just want to ask, or if you want to actually have a clear understanding of what your business does, you can actually have an understanding of how your money comes. You also look at your inventory details. So this captures how inventory is coming into your business. You can understand this without batting an eyelid here. Payment details, how are you paying back? Sometimes it's not necessary, so that's why it's black, black, black all through. If we don't have to pay, if we want to pay at a later month, if people are going to owe you, this will pop up. But because this Excel, this particular one, the company that we use for it, didn't have to be owed money. So they are paid immediately they deliver service. So we don't have payment details. Receivables. So many times, especially people that sell products, supermarket, money is left outside. You will know how much your money is left on this particular slide or sheet. And then you can update that. And then we come to your balance sheet. So if an auditor is working and you feel that the auditor you don't understand or you don't think they've done a good job, you can actually roll your actuals on another copy of this document to roll your financials out by yourself. I'm not sending you to do the job of an auditor, but you can conduct an internal audit by yourself, because if you have actuals for 2025, have actuals for 2026, have actuals for 2027, you can plug it in and it will not be projections, they will just be actuals. Please, Faith, drop the attendance. Somebody is asking. Milestones, we're going to look at milestones. What are the key milestones you need to have met? And then this is long term, it's not coordinated here because I wasn't using this slide. And I have to go back to it now. So we're going to coordinate this slide from here. In terms of long term, what is your long term projection going to look like? So in 2027, 2028, 2029. Then here we have investment analysis. This is particularly interesting for those that want to understand what the evaluation looks like. So you see this evaluation sheet. You know, I kept saying that we'll have evaluation for you. So as long as we analyze properly and our assumptions are correct, the valuation for the company is clear here already. It's going to show up here for every one of us. Use of funds, just in case you are raising equity. The payback period for loans and or investments. This shows how you're going to pay back. And then this is investment offering. If you're going to get an equity investor into your business, this is the share ownership. All this one that we are confused about, share ownership, we are going to deal on this. All you need to impute is just some view, and every other thing is computed for you. And you know exactly how much share you will hold, what share the new investor will hold up to year 5. And then we have benchmarks. Okay, that is not necessary. Personal networks, and then we have the ratio analysis. For every of the businesses, we're going to you're going to know what your ratios look like. And investors need this a lot. So this is a very comprehensive Excel spread. And let's go into now starting with the markets when we come back. Yeah, you have questions. Chia. Go ahead, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Network has been disturbing me. I don't even get anything at all. I'm just joining.
Oh my God.
I'm just joining.
I just gave an introduction to the sheet. I also had issues with my sheet. So we're all having different. We'll take a time of, let's say, another 10 minutes. Well, let me update this new sheet we're going to use. And then we're coming in to do the analysis for each of us. So you follow as I follow. Please, attendance form. Please, attendance form. So please, any questions on this Excel? Just give me an introduction to the Excel you have already. And then we can start. If you think you can start filling it, don't use that particular Excel. Let me update this one and come back.
Sorry, my said what?
So we'll come back in 10 minutes. And then when you come back in 10 minutes, I want everyone to have the details of their customers. How much of your customers are you projecting to have in 2026 up to 2029? I want to have the breakdown on how much each of these, your revenue, how much of your unit revenue, how much each person is paying, and how much of that is each person going to pay every month. I hope we understand, because these are assignments I expect us to do in the next 10 minutes. Once we can fill up this place, we filled up 35% of this sheet. So how we make money, this is the sales forecast. Your revenue on your business model, this is the sales forecast. Any questions? Chikaudi, are you still asking questions?
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh, okay.
And my system is not with me. I don't know how to go about it.
Well, you have to find a way. So far, when it's on Friday, you submit your financials for review.
Okay, we are submitting on Friday.
Yeah, you will submit it on Friday for review. And then sometime next week, I would have looked at each one and hold everyone that qualifies to third week. I'm very sure that some of us will drop off by this week.
Hey, God. Gosh, help us.
This is a to-do. This is a do class. It's a do. We're not here to roll PowerPoint. I can roll financial analysis PowerPoint, but you get that a simple ChatGPT will give it to you. And then you put it on audio and put it on video on Web3 video. It will bring the video for you. You see that looking yourself. But to do is why we are here.
I'll try my best.
Yes. So please, no, you have to try. If not, it's not what you want. Well done. I know it's tough, but let's do it. When you are done with this, you can enter any bank. You are confident about the business. You know whether you need to continue.
Okay.
So we want to see from yourself. When we come back, we're going to fill up our sales forecast. Everyone has to do it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Ma, they have posted on the group email that is going. Somebody did that. Please check the email that is going. DealWoman@DealWomanG.com. It's a very basic email, unless you have a problem with the email.
Okay, I'll go through it.
I've started reviewing BMC. Some people have gotten their response back. So please, that email is correct. All right, we'll come back in 10 minutes. We're already eating up that 10 minutes. By 2:15 or 2:20.
Ma, will you send the updated sheet?
Yes, I want to update it, but look, be writing out your sales forecast so it's clear to you. You just plug it in.
Okay.
I want to update it with the year. Right. Or we could use it like that. You can update, but let me update it. I'd rather just update. Yeah,
all right.
It was done in 2022, I think. Yeah. So we'll see in the next 10 minutes.
All right.